I've been backpacking for 6 months on a working holiday visa, and as you can see, I've got to experience some life-changing moments and see parts of the world that I never dreamt that I would. But as I'm approaching the 6-month point of my working holiday visa, I'm starting to figure out that not every day is picture perfect. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. It has been a month or two since I've posted anything on here, and I just wanted to say hello. I am alive, I'm still in Australia, I'm doing just fine, but I'm going through some stuff at the minute which I thought would make a really interesting video for this channel, since it's all about backpacking and traveling. For those of you who are just joining me on my channel, welcome. Please do subscribe and follow my journey. I'm Seamus, I'm 25 years old. I moved out to Australia in September to come out here on a working holiday visa. I've been having an amazing time. I've posted some videos on my channel which you can check out if you want to, but I have hit a little bit of a slump. I'm coming up to the halfway point through my first year, and I have to be honest with you, I have been struggling lately. I'm doing a lot of things with my hand. I have been struggling a little bit lately, and that is part of the reason why I haven't posted any videos and why I haven't been active on my social media. My mental health has been suffering a little bit lately, and I'm going to go into detail on that in this video, and I would ask you to forgive me for not having like a really beautiful backdrop or anything. I'm in my hostel, which I've been living in for the last 2 months here in Bairnsdale. I'm finishing off my 88 days of farm work. 6 months is an incredibly long time to spend away from home for someone like me. I think it's the longest time that I've ever spent away from my friends and family back home in the UK. And Australia isn't exactly within flying distance. I mean, I could go home, but it would cost me quite a lot of money, and I'm not sure. I haven't really thought about going home yet. It hasn't got to that point, thank God. I honestly, when I came out here, I didn't know if I was going to survive for 2 weeks, never mind 6 months. And while I've had one of the most incredible experiences of my life doing this, and it has been a dream of mine to do this for a very long time, a lot of travel bloggers, Instagram accounts, YouTubers don't tend to talk about the bad days. They don't tend to talk about what you can do when you're feeling really homesick, or when you're feeling a bit anxious or depressed or stuck, which is what I have been feeling in the last few months, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I thought that I could be the person to maybe start the discussion with other travelers or other backpackers who are coming up to a couple of months into their working holiday visa and realizing that not every single day is full of incredible adventures, road trips, holidays, palm trees, beaches, snorkeling. Like, that all happens, sure, but not every single day is like that. I did not realize that I would be working so hard and for so long to be able to afford the lifestyle that I do, to be able to afford to travel places, to be able to afford equipment to film videos with, accommodation, food, clothes. And I love working, don't get me wrong. I really enjoy having a job and seeing money go into my account every week, but sometimes I feel stuck. Sometimes I just feel like, what am I doing here? What is my future going to hold for me? What comes next? Have I really thought this through? Have I planned this out? Or am I just drifting from random opportunity to random opportunity? I think it's different for everyone, so my story isn't necessarily going to be the same as yours, and the advice that I give to you or the experiences that I share might not correspond fully with you, but I really hope that one or two of the things that I talk about in this video is relatable to you, so that we can have a conversation about it, we can share advice and tips, and we can really get each other through it. Because at this point I feel very isolated. I feel like my friends are so far away, they're doing their own thing. I'm here in a rural area where I don't really have many friends. I don't have a lot of people to talk to. And I thought the best people that I can talk to are here, are you. And I hope that this video can start a discussion, can help someone out there, whether you're traveling or whether you're about to travel. There have been days, and no one prepares you for this, there have been days where I thought that I was going to run out of money. There were days where I thought that I had no job, I had no roof over my head, I hadn't got enough money for food. There have been days where I've woken up so anxious that I could tangibly feel the distance between me and my family and me and my friends. I could feel the distance, and that was like a crushing pressure on me. But in saying that, that has only been a very, very minuscule amount of the days that I've spent here. For the most of it, I've woken up with a huge smile on my face. I've woken up feeling so excited, ready for each day, because it really is cliche, but every day is a great adventure here. So, the question everyone is wondering, and me myself, and I'm ready to answer it. After 6 months on a working holiday visa, am I still loving it? Yes. Thinking out to how afraid I was, how anxious I was, and how worried about everything before I came out to Australia, I'm really amazed at how far I've come. I've made it this far, and I've met some astounding, beautiful people along the way. I've saw some incredible things. I've lived in some beautiful places. I've worked in some shitty but enjoyable jobs, and I've managed to keep myself afloat. I'm healthy, I'm happy, I've got blonde hair, like I've got a bit of a tan. I'm really living this dream that I thought that I never would, and that is the biggest thing for me. But being honest with you, it hasn't always been easy, so I've got a couple of notes that I want to talk about. It has taken me this long, about a month, to take the camera out and film any kind of discussion or a video, because I haven't had any direction in my life. I haven't really known what my plan is, and that really terrifies me, because the majority of people that I meet have these plans, they know what they're doing, they have their shit together. I constantly compare myself with other people my age who are maybe not traveling, who are focusing on their career, who are starting their families, and getting a house and things, and I'm here in Australia not really knowing what I'm doing, enjoying myself, but not taking into consideration that after this all comes to an end, I have got to go home and I have got a future. Am I setting myself up to fail when I go back, or is there something more that I could be doing while I'm here to build a future for myself, so that when I go back I've got the skills and the resources and a little bit of money in the bank to be able to have a really good foundation for my career when I go back home. That was a really weird tangent to go off on, and yeah, this video hasn't really got any format. The best thing about being a backpacker, and I can say this having done this lifestyle for the last 6 months, has been the people that I've met. Like, you just can't explain it, guys. The people that you meet from all over the world who are on a very similar wavelength to you for the most part. In a very short space of time you can really get to know people while you're traveling, at least, and it makes for some really beautiful relationships and friendships to happen a lot quicker than they would if you're back home. And that, one of the worst parts about the last 6 months is the fact that you do meet these incredible people and make these really great relationships, but 9 times out of 10 they end up being cut a little bit short because people have other plans. They want to go and visit this place, and you have a job or you have something else to be doing, so you will get split up with these people, and it makes saying goodbye very hard to begin with. So in a way, the best and the worst part about being a backpacker is the amount of amazing people that you'll meet. I hope that makes sense. Another sort of little thing is that if you're from the UK and you have a job while you're here in Australia, like I work from 7 AM until 4 PM most days, and I have maybe one day off at the weekend, staying in touch with your family can be quite tough. The time difference is massive, so I wake up, go to work, and my family are just going to bed, or I'm going to bed and they're just waking up. Sorry, I've got gas. So yeah, that can make FaceTime or Skype or staying in touch with your family a little bit more difficult. I've always been the type of person to message my family and my friends every single day, so I have noticed that communication has become a little bit harder. Yeah, I think I've covered the main issues that I'm facing at the minute. I'm just gonna close my book because I've been like reading the notes from it. But I'm gonna go off script a little bit and just talk about myself. I'm just gonna vent my feelings into the camera and hope that it relates to you. I'm not the type of person to get caught up in my head about stuff, but what I've noticed is that when you work in your farm work or you get a job in a rural area in Australia and you're not with the people that you know and love, you can get stuck in your head and you can develop a little bit of anxiety around what you're going to do next. I would say that I feel a little bit isolated at the minute. Luckily, I'm not going to be staying here forever. I'm going to stay within my job for another 2 months because I'm getting paid a very good amount of money to do minimal work, and it counts towards my farm work, and I would be silly to leave just because I'm not feeling it 100%. I've been going through some issues with where I'm staying. I'm staying in a hostel in Bairnsdale, and for once in my life I can honestly say that the job that I'm doing has been the fun part. The place that I'm staying at has been the difficult part. I've had to deal with some issues in the hostel. I haven't been that content here, and I think that that can have a negative impact on your mental health as well. I want to provide an accurate and truthful representation of my experience here as a backpacker, and yeah, that could be a good idea. It might be good to get some things off my chest. So if you'd like to see a video about my experience in Bairnsdale, overall farm work experience, then let me know in the comments. It has actually felt good to rant at you. This video is probably not the most entertaining thing in the world, and I'm okay with that. I want this video to go up onto my channel so that people, even if it's just one person who finds this, who's in a similar situation, knows that they aren't alone. And to anyone who isn't a backpacker but is thinking about coming traveling, maybe this video has made you feel a certain way or made you have a little bit more anxiety towards traveling, don't, okay? I'm just putting this video out there because I wanted to get something off my chest and I wanted to get back into creating content, and I couldn't do that. I couldn't just brush over this little blip that I'm experiencing and pretend like everything's fine. I'm not that type of person. I like to express myself, whether it's good or bad, and I believe that this video is important for me to be able to move forward from this. With that being said, I hope that if you are experiencing anything negative, if you're not feeling 100%, please go over to Instagram, send me a DM, let's talk on there. I have about 400 followers on my Instagram, which shout out to everyone who follows me and who supports my posts and who replies to my stories. You guys are incredible. It makes me so proud to see really amazing comments from all of you all over the world. Even though I don't have 100,000 followers, I don't have 1 million followers, that doesn't matter. What matters is that we have a little community going. I'm proud to say that I started Gay Astray. That is something that means a lot to me. And it's not about numbers, it's not about how many people view this video or like my photos. It's about the connection that I have one-on-one with you. If it resonates with you, then I've done a good job, and that is something that I can say makes me very happy. I'm going to leave now. I don't think that I have anything else to add. Thank you to everyone who has sent me questions about the farm work. I will be making a farm work video in the near future. I've got plenty of footage from my last farm, and I can record some stuff here in Bairnsdale, which I think would be interesting for you to see, so stay tuned. Please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. But until then, I'm going to continue working, saving my money, planning for my adventures in the future, and hopefully being a more happier version of me. and enjoying this beautiful country and this experience that not everyone gets. So thank you for your time. I hope that you have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you very soon. Until then, see you later.